Hello there everybody, and welcome to this feature presentation on YouTube. I am King Mac, your hamburger pal. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger along with some delicious golden french fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Also be sure to grab some hot buttery popcorn while you're at it as you enjoy this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews on YouTube.
I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss.
Welcome back, my friends. You are watching TTBurger Game Reviews here on YouTube, and I am your host, Tony. As we are back with more games on the PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4, and more. And we'll be looking at another PlayStation Station gamer in the long box here. Like I mentioned, like last time we took a look at Revolution X featuring Aerosmith, which is in a long box, only a long box. Here we got another game in a long box that came in a jewel case later and stuff and everything. And we're going to be looking at a PlayStation game that first started off on the company called the 3DO, made by Crystal Dynamics, and known for games such as Gex and Legacy K and more. And we're going to be looking at what, like I said, a long box game. The game was the last PlayStation long box game ever made before they switched to jewel cases exclusively. And we have a space shooter arcade style shoot 'em up here, start off on the 3DO called Total Eclipse. Here is the PlayStation version. Total Eclipse Turbo. Yeah, a little added there, the added subtitle there, Total Eclipse Turbo. For the PlayStation here, this is the long box version I have. I know in the thumbnail, it has a different looking long box, it's got the rigid case and stuff. This is the case I have, so yeah, that's why and stuff. We're looking at Total Eclipse Turbo, was on August 29th, 1995. Now, Total Eclipse Turbo is an okay game. I mean, I had some fun with it. I mean, I enjoy these types of games, but I can see why people had problems with it, and I do agree on them with what they say, because this is a game where you need to be fast, think on your feet, because all these obstacles are in your way, and they can pop up and cost you lives and more, but more on that later. Total Eclipse Turbo does have some story to it, not much. The story is you are a pilot for the Earth's Stellar Guard, and you must face off against the alien Drak-Sai and his minions by going through plants and tunnels to get to him. You get to him by going through 5 levels. After only 5 levels, the 5 levels are broken up into parts, so that you shoot your way, fly away to the end while picking up power-ups, destroying the enemies and bosses and more. And it is short, only an hour long, and no replay value after that. You can put the game away and move on to something else. I should probably end the review right there, but I should probably explain more. Let's keep going. Total Eclipse Turbo's graphics are okay. They kind of look like Nova's graphics, but with CG cutscenes instead of FMV, and they do look good first time, but the issue is the constant slowdown with the frame rate, and it hitches up more so than you think. Even when there's not much going on, it still stutters and stuff, and yeah, I know. I mean, the game is not bad looking, but the frame rate affects it. Total Eclipse Turbo has good sound. I mean, the voice acting is good. I love the rock tunes in the game. They fit perfectly, and I love the music of this, and it has some of the best music in 90s video games, especially for PlayStation games and such. Hell, I miss this type of music in video games. They don't make video game soundtracks like this anymore. I wish they did, because some of these games from the 90s had some really good music. I know. Sad, I know. Total Eclipse Turbo in the gameplay section plays like a space shoot 'em up where you shoot the enemies and get to the end of the level, broken up in parts and more. You shoot down lots of enemies and other parts of the environment and beat the bosses and more. Like most of these games, you get power-ups that increase your laser and missile inventory, and you get up to 3 levels of upgrades, and you're maxed out, and it is badass and lots of fun. But the problem is, it all feels the same. The levels are either outdoors, in the planet, or inside cramped quarter like tunnels with obstacles. Sure, they may look different, but they all feel the same, nothing different. All the obstacles pop up out of nowhere, cause you to take damage and die and lose lives over and over. At first, this was not an issue, but then all of a sudden, just cranks up the difficulty, and boom, the obstacles are in your face, and the enemies are climbing all over you, costing you lots of lives, and you get the same game over and over again, and antagonists laugh at you, but hey, what can you do? You get a password save feature, and I know I'm not completely bashing this game here and stuff, but I had some fun with it. Just these issues really hamper the game, and they make it a chore to get through at times. That's all I'm saying to everyone. I still do recommend this game because it has game to it, but there's not much game to it. But I do recommend it though, is what I'm saying. I mean, sure, it could have been worse and stuff like that. It could have been like Revolution X, the game I gave it 3 out of 10, or it could have been like Crazy Ivan and stuff. It could have been worse, but it also could have been better. I mean, hate to say it, but games like Colony Wars and stuff like that and stuff did it better. At least it wasn't like our old friend Jupiter Strike, which you already know how bad that game was. Yeah, do we need to go on there again? No? Okay, we're good. Especially like I say about Total Eclipse Turbo. I know this review was kind of short here and stuff, but There's not much to say here about this. It is basically one of those shoot ups and stuff like that that don't have much to it. It's short and everything, 5 levels and stuff, and that's it. You're done and everything. So that's why I'm kind of cut the review kind of short here. I apologize to people who may feel like I rushed this day. I rushed this review, but I didn't really rush it. It just that's all I can pretty much say about this review and the game and everything. So final thoughts. I do recommend Total Eclipse Turbo, just worth a rental and stuff. Just there's better games out there and stuff. Like, hey, Colony Wars, that came out after this, that was better on stuff and everything. That's what I mean there. What do I give Total Eclipse Turbo? Well, best score I can give it a 6.5 out of 10. That's the best score I can give it, and you know, that's basically the best score I can give it because, you know, it could have had more going to it, but it was better than last time. Which all I gotta say for this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews. We're getting close to the 300th episode. Just 25 more episodes to go, and then we'll be at the big 300, which will be something big that I have something special planned. You'll get more hints along the way. Right now, it's something big. That's all I can tell you. Which all I gotta say is Tony, peace out, have everything, and stay tuned for episode 275. We have another game for you all. Take care, everybody.
Make you irrelevant. I don't stop till I'm at the top settling. I live here like a local resident, and you know I ain't selling it.